Geek Public Radio right here on geekpublicradio.com. I am Topher, and with me, as always, Crazy Chris.
Hi, everybody. How you doing today? Yeah, let's get it going.
Whew, it's been a minute.
It's been a beat bop boop.
Right. Speaking of beat bop boop, just dive right into
Let's
this.
just jump in, man. I'm so excited right now. You and I actively have been slamming this company forever. Me more than you, but I'm so excited right now. This makes me so happy. I hope they give. I hope they just take it so hard.
Take it. And what we're talking about is it has officially been announced that Gina Carano is suing Disney after Elon Musk offers legal help, saying if there's anybody who would be interested in suing Disney, I have lawyers.
Yeah. And hold on, like, cue the hallelujah theme. Cue the choir from on high singing the sweet, sweet praises. I am so happy because this company, out of every company, deserves to get the absolute crap smacked out of them for the shenanigans that they have pulled for like the last 50 years. They've ruined child actors. They've ruined singers. They've ruined careers. They've ruined actors and actresses and everything in between. The freaking camera dudes have had their careers ruined by Disney. So right. I'm just happy that somebody's finally got the gumption and the testicular fortitude to stand up and be like, hey, you know what? There's finally somebody who has just as much money as you. So suck it.
Right. But she doesn't even have testiculars.
That's okay. It's excuse me. It's 2024. She can have beat bop boops if she wants to.
Well, no, it was funny because she responded to the tweet of from Elon saying, yeah. If you have whatever, like we have lawyers ready to go.
Right. She was like, I think I might qualify. Her tweet, the fact that she never backed down to, by the way, which I mean, good for her. Listen, I'm not even the world's biggest Gina Carano fan. Right. I think she's a fair to middling actress. Right?
I mean, we've seen some of her earlier stuff where like the digital CGI knife in the dude's chest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Freaking phenomenal. And, but this is the thing. And I saw Terror on the Prairie and it was okay. Right. It was decent. And I actually, honestly, she turned in one of her better performances, in my opinion, in that movie. I thought it was pretty good. But the simple fact of the matter remains that she should not have ever been terminated from the position she was in on The Mandalorian.
Right.
That was always a huge, that was part of my final straw with Disney. I was like, it wasn't over a tweet. It was about disturbing behavior and okay. F you, F your cover up, F your PR department, F your statements, F Bob Iger, who wasn't actually involved at the time, but he's involved now. So F Bob Iger. I don't remember who the Bob Chapek. Chapek. That was it. F Chapek. Yeah. Seriously. I am ecstatic that this is happening. Break it down for us, man. What is what did she have to say? What does Elon have to say? Because this is a whole thing.
This is from Daily Wire. Gina Carano filed a lawsuit against Disney on Tuesday, 3 years after the entertainment giant cut ties with Star Wars actors from its.
This would be Tuesday the 6th.
Yeah. The Mandalorian, after it deemed offensive social media posts.
Because it's so offensive to be like, hey, maybe don't get a vaccine.
Carano announced on X Tuesday that her lawsuit filed the U.S. federal court for the District of California, which was prompted in part by an offer from Elon Musk. The billionaire entrepreneur said in August of last year that X would fund the legal bill of anyone who was unfairly treated by your employer due to posting or liking something on this platform.
Which that would qualify.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? If you go back and review her tweets, none of them were like horrifically disparaging.
No, they can literally be.
None of them were hateful.
None of them were hateful. They were just little musings and whatever.
Yeah.
Memes. Literally her co-stars put worse stuff out than she did.
Absolutely. I know everybody loves Pedro Pascal, but dude has put out some pretty outlandish stuff.
Yeah.
We'll just put it that way.
So the lawsuit alleges that Carano was wrongfully terminated, losing millions of dollars in income, and seeks to force Lucasfilm to recast her.
Yeah, give her a job back. And that would just be a big slap in the face to Kathleen Kennedy. It would make me so happy.
This tweet is funny. It was like, so she made her tweet, said, it's an important day for me. I'm filing a lawsuit against Lucasfilm and Disney. After my 20 years, all of that, building from scratch, all of that stuff. Musk retweeted, said, please let us know if you would like to join the lawsuit against Disney.
I hope this turns into a class action. I really do.
To make it a class action.
I really do. Because that would just be the best thing ever, is to literally be able to justifiably say Disney, at least civilly, has been found liable for restricting free speech. So that way we can just put finally like all this crap to bed where they're like, no, they never said that you can't say what you want to say. Oh, there's consequences for your actions, which is fine and fair. Everybody, especially in a free market economy, the employer has the right to do those things. There's a limit. When you get so damn big, like you cannot control the thought patterns and processes of every single person who happens to work for you. And not only that, but nothing she said was even outrageous. So it's not like she was going on there and saying, I love Hitler. That's not what was happening.
No, like they said, why don't you have pronouns in your bio? So she put bit, bot, boop.
It wasn't even that.
And then,
so they asked her, they pressured her to do that, right? Yeah. She said the beep, bop, boop.
And then they made fun of her, or they went after her for that. Then she was making the statement that, going after your neighbors and your friends is not a good thing.
Right. Essentially, like, she made the comparison, and I think it's an appropriate one. Basically, like, we need to remember how it got to that point in Nazi Germany.
Right.
We need to remember it wasn't just an overnight thing. And at some point in time, I'm not going to get involved in all the history of it, but the Jewish people trusted their neighbors.
Mm-hmm.
The Jewish people trusted the government to not treat them incorrectly. Everybody always asks, how did they get on those trains? Like what made them get on those trains? Because not at a single point in time did they believe the worst case scenario.
Right.
They never thought for a minute catastrophe lay on the other side. Not a single moment, because they were all promised and told that that was not what was happening, that they were assured repeatedly, no, we're not doing this to you. No, this is all propaganda. This is all nonsense. That could never happen here. We would never do that. We would never take your stuff away. That's what they were told. And then only at that moment, we can go back and look. We can go back and look now and go, oh, that's what led up to it. That's crazy. And I think she appropriately pointed out, it's little subtle things that lead to the bigger things. It's right. When you want to move a piano from one side of the pulpit to the other, you don't pick it up and carry it to the other side because it will upset a lot of people, because you've changed the order of things. You've switched things around. It will upset the balance. You don't do that. If you want to move it over there, you do it an inch at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually it's over on the right-hand side. And one day someone will walk in and go, huh, didn't that used to be on the left? Not, oh my God, you moved it. You start subtly moving the piano. And that's what happened. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah.
Soapbox rant over. I'm sorry.
It says, the truth is I was being hunted down from everything that I posted to every post that I liked because I was not in line with the acceptable narrative of the time. My words were consistently twisted to demonize and dehumanize me as an alt-right extremist. It was a bully smear campaign aimed at silencing and destroying and making an example out of me.
Get them.
It said, the thing is, I've never even used aggressive language. I shared what I thought was thought-provoking quotes, memes, and occasionally used my own words, not with an aggression, but with respect and the occasional comedy to keep the mood light.
Yeah. All of those things are accurate. Survey says true. The test has come back, and Gina, you are correct.
I'm going to skip down a little bit. It says, were my questions about masks, lockdowns, and forced vaccines okay to ask and push the subject into the light?
No, absolutely not, Gina. How dare you?
Should we have been allowed to publicly discuss these topics at a time when, without being harassed, censored?
Nope.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely not. No, absolutely. How dare you?
Hollywood says they support female representation and equal rights.
That's right. They absolutely do.
Why then are my male co-stars permitted to speak out without harassment and re-education courses or termination?
Because gender's not real.
But I was not afforded the same right to exercise my freedom of speech.
Because gender is a construct, that's why.
Artists do not sign away their rights as American citizens when we enter employment. I have spoken to all my co-stars since I was fired, and there's nothing but care and kind words between us. I respect their right to freedom of speech and do not think the same on every issue, but they're still friends and they will work with them. And I know they feel the same towards me.
Yeah. It's almost like this weird thing where people can be people and share different opinions and still be friends. We used to be able to do that a lot. It used to be an entire thing that this country was founded on. It was great. I mean, if you think the dissensions and arguments now are wild, man, back in the early days of Congress, dude, they used to fist fight each other and duel each other. I'm not saying I'm not saying let's go back to that. I know you're about to, but
no, I totally think we should go back to fist fights in the middle of the Senate.
I'm serious, but that's the way it used to be done. Like,
right?
You used to settle disagreements, especially like some of the stuff that they say to each other now, and I'm like, bro, a founding father would have stood up and blasted you in the face. Right? Like, could you imagine Thomas Jefferson sitting in the White House and somebody's like, "You're a horrific anti-Semite piece of trash, America hater," right? He walked up and went, "Take it back. No, take it back. No." Or I challenge you to a duel because we're going to settle this.
Well, if it was Jackson, then he would just hit him with the stick.
Right. With the bitch be gone stick. Quit it. Like Yoda training Luke. Stop it. But anyways, I digress a little bit. Obviously, I'm sure there's somebody out there probably getting offended that I use the founding fathers as a reference point, and they're going to say,
no, they're probably upset about the bitch be gone stick.
That might be pretty bad about that one too. My point being is, it was nice that we could have a discourse. I mean, I remember even 10 years ago, people didn't agree with me, and that was okay. But I could have a conversation, even on Facebook or MySpace. I'm dating myself. And we could disagree. We could disagree. And it was okay. I was still friends with these people. Mm-hmm. Now I don't even comment. I don't say anything because I'm just like, you know what? It's wasted upon deaf ears. Mm-hmm. One, it's just wasted upon deaf ears. So there's no sense in even me trying to formulate an opinion to try to convince them otherwise, because I'll just get called horrific names. I'll be told that I'm a bigot and all these things. And I don't care about that. It does not bother me to be told that, but I have better things to do with my time. I have more constructive things to be doing than to sitting there getting into online arguments. And I just won't do it. Right. Period. I won't. And I've got friends that disagree with me vehemently on other things. And we don't talk about those things, and we're still friends. Mm-hmm. And it's perfectly fine. And we can discuss some of those things. We don't.
I still think that because of the internet, people have gotten way too comfortable about saying stuff
and not getting punched in the mouth.
And
no, 100%. Mike Tyson's favorite thing. People have gotten way too comfortable talking shit and not getting punched in the face for it.
Right.
No, 100%. And people have gotten way too comfortable running to the people. This is my favorite thing. Calling the police whom they want to defund when you smack them in the mouth, like for being a disrespectful piece of trash. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, F the police. And then you punch them and they're like, "Oh, I'm going to call the police. I'm pressing charges." Like, screw you, dude. Right. You're a hypocrite.
They're not coming.
Yeah. Sorry. They're on their 10th robbery call because you guys made it okay to shoplift.
On that note.
Dude, I took out 2 soapboxes today. I feel pretty good about that. I got soapbox on either shoe.
Check us out, geekpublicradio.com. You find all of the stuff that we do.
All right, guys. Check out all of our socials if you're watching us on YouTube. Like, subscribe. Disney, don't deplatform us, you sons of bitches. Don't you even think about it. Don't be a booty.
Don't be a booty. Well, then we will see you guys. I am Topher.
I'm Crazy Chris.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace.